be one shot.
Oh,
I can promise that this is not going to be one shot.
oh, I
Okay,
see.
so this is going to be the introductory story for conspiracy files, and I'm going to read the introduction. In late October 1997, Jericho Wells, a remote copper mining town in Cochise County, Arizona, has gone silent, cutting off all communications for 4 days. INS border agents and local deputies reported one missing law enforcement officer before their radios fell silent. The DEA and INS, suspecting cartel activity, are going to dispatch Special Agents Lucas Hayes and Agent Tom Whitaker to investigate. About the other characters, we'll talk about later. So for now, this is about you guys, Hayes and Whitaker. Do you want to introduce your characters now?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I will. Do you want to start
No,
first,
no, no, no.
Pedro?
You start. You start. You start.
Okay. I am Special Agent Lucas Hayes, native Texas boy from Galveston. Work mostly in Houston. I spent a few years in the U.S. military. Uh, Went to the Gulf. Didn't like it. Went to Somalia. Frickin' hated it. Decided I would come back home and work for my country as a drug enforcement agency agent. Oh my God, out of the frying pan into the fire. So I've been working the border now ever since. And I find that the law in a Remington 870 shotgun is all the law process that most of these greaser bastards need. Now, I get the job done, not too popular in some quarters, but I get the job done, and that's why when there's a dirty job, they send me. So, time to dust off
Nice.
my hat, put on my Spurs, grab the 870, and head off to Arizona.
That
Yeehaw.
agent is one bad. Oh wait, that's Isaac Hayes. Never mind. Never mind.
There you go. Wrong
Yeah.
Hayes, dude. Wrong Hayes.
So Tom Whitaker is a 39-year-old Caucasian rugged man from Tucson. He's an INS agent who patrols the Arizona-Mexico border. Uh, he has a weathered face because he must be a tough man down there. In 1987, chased a smuggler into a cave where he found some strange runes in the chilling hum. Well, distracted by by the finding, he left the smuggler run away. Well, just to hunt him another day. As usual, the report he made was ignored. Let's see he will find.
Okay, no. So for Hayes and Whitaker, this is what your bosses told you about what is going on Jericho Wells. So this is a small and economically depressed copper mining town. You know that is the place has gone silent for 4 days. No communications. The last thing that was reported from there was a missing person. In this case, a missing deputy, a guy called Deputy Menendez. In the same day, they also reported unusual tremors and, on the previous day, strange blue-green light patterns seen at night. This is what led the deputy to investigate, and then he went missing. Now there is a reason. There are reasons, several reasons to suspect drug cartel activity. They know that the Sinaloa cartel has been active in that place. It's possible that there has been a smuggling operation going on, and that those cartel guys are using the old Jericho Wells mines, which have been closed for years, um, to hide their stuff. And there's a suspicion that this is a broader trafficking network going on near the border. Your objectives, obviously, are to locate and extract the deputy if he's alive. Naturally, also to determine the cause for this blackout for several days. And eventually to investigate the use of the abandoned mine infrastructure by the cartel in the place. You also were warned about some issues. The communications are, even in normal times, limited due to local geography. So, if you are carrying your phones, cell phones, or pagers, you might not have a signal. You were also warned that the locals may be hostile or at least uncooperative, and also that no contact has been made with the sheriff. The local sheriff is called Mike Hensley. So since the blackout, no information was gathered from there. And so let's start with you guys, and let's assume that you were also warned about each other,
Mhm.
that you should meet some place else before arriving there, a meeting place before arriving at Jericho Wells, where you can talk a little bit and
Perhaps I could suggest some diner near the town.
Yeah, that sounds good.
okay. Whitaker and Ace, you meet. So this is the fifth day since the blackout, and you meet in a diner outside. So this is not Jericho Wells; it's some place
Mhm.
also in the same county, but outside the town. You were informed about each other's identities, and you meet there, and you already know that you were expecting each other. So up to you now, guys.
So
So I
special.
drive up to the diner in a dusty Ford F100, jacked up wheels. I step out, got a Stetson hat on, dressed like a working cowboy with boots and a big metal buckle on my belt. I kind of look around very carefully,
You can see
and
there's an F-150 parked, a new model.
okay, yeah, because INS got money. So I uh, I see that, and I walk into the diner and take a look around.
Well, you can see me seated on a corner table with my rain bands on, with the toothpick on the corner of the mouth, with the flannel shirt, black and blue, some very worn jeans, and tactical boots.
Okay,
Drinking a cup of coffee.
so I walk over and say, "Hey there, Pard. Mind if I take a load off these boots? I've been riding
Sure,
all the way from Texas."
sure. I think you are Special Agent Lucas Hayes, right?
I look around real quick and say, "Yeah, but I don't talk real loud about it." And I sit down.
Oh, the
So
locals
you're,
aren't there that, at least they don't seem to be very nosy about these things.
and hopefully they stay that way. So you're Tom Whitaker, right?
Yep.
So Lucas kind of looks around. You notice he looks around a lot. He seems to try to take everything in. He says, "So I'm hearing that town Jericho Wells was kind of cut off. Saw a bunch of lights out there by the old mine. So the
Y- Yeah, probably.
Bosses think that we got cartel
Yeah,
activities out there.
probably it's a cartel. They want to. They're using some scary tactics on the locals, just them to not to try to peer very much into the mines. I think they're using the mines as a route for their drug delivery.
Oh, you might be right. Seems like a funny play for the Sinaloa cartel. They usually prefer to use bribery. And don't get me wrong, they'll kill people when they have to. This feels more like Tijuana. I wonder if the boys are moving in on Sinaloa's territory.
Or perhaps it could be a new player.
Ah, well, if it is, I need to find out about them.
Yeah, you and me. I don't want any more aliens in our part of the on our side of the border.
Yeah, it's a funny thing about aliens. I was doing a meth lab raid a few months ago in El Paso. Walk in and there's carved symbols all over the place. Now I know these folks are cranked up like crazy. You know what I mean.
Hmm.
But it was weird. I mean, those symbols weren't just something out of their heads. I did a little
Oh,
research. Has some connection to those UFO cults and all that other nonsense.
oh, yeah. Probably we're talking about the same gang because I found. Well, I was also chasing a man inside the cave, and I came upon also some strange glowing symbols. But you know, I think it's part of their tactics.
Yeah, the dealer was talking about alien voices, and to be honest, I would have just dismissed it entirely. But the case file went missing. I don't know, kind of triggered my interest. But if we got some cartel built around a UFO cult, we're going to get more of our usual kind of weird than we expect.
Do you
We'll have
think?
to stay healed.
Do you think the cartel got some weird cult from our side involved?
It's always possible, man. I mean, they got all kinds of weirdos over there in New Mexico, over there in
Oh, great.
Taos, Roswell. I mean, this ain't that far away.
Oh, please.
Hell, California is next door, man.
Yeah, probably the cult they're using the cartel product a lot.
Yeah, one thing for sure, there's going to be a lot of folks doing a lot of dope. You can count on that, me compadre.
Yes, I know. And as we are talking, you see me taking a flask out and pouring some liquid into the coffee, and I'll want some.
No, thank you. I'll
It's
have a smoke every once in a while, but I saw too many people get hammered after leaving the army. I guess
oh
it's
no,
kind of put me off on it.
this is just to clear up a little bit the coffee, you know.
Sure, sure.
It's not
Well,
that
do we
bad, but
go in shooting or we don't try to be quiet?
well, as always, I think this place will be law. It will see us not in the best of eyes. So probably we should go quieter at first. Try to assess all the situation and try to see if who we can trust.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll give it a try. Sooner or later, I figure there'll be gun smoke.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah, that's a habit.
Well,
Do you want
I'm
to do you want to you want to have something or you are okay?
nah, man. I'm good. I'm good. I had a half pot on my way.
Okay, I'll just turn to the waitress and say, okay, that pie it's to go, please.
Okay, so the waiter brings you the pie in a box or whatever container,
Yeah,
and the
not
check as
pl-
well,
not
and
plastic, please.
and then Mr. Noah Sullivan let us know who you are before we get to.
I'm Noah Sullivan. I am a signal intelligence specialist with the National Security Agency, who are the people that will eventually be listening on your phones and watching all your internet traffic as soon as, in a few years, some airplanes go astray.
Jesus.
I'm from Boston, Mass, and I'm probably not going to be able to do that accent. So I'm wicked smart.
There
How you like them apples?
you go.
And I am apparently a Red Sox fan, so I don't know it yet, but my best days are ahead of me.
You'll have to wait.
Yeah,
For now, they're still the perennial losers.
yeah.
Okay, so Agent Sullivan, you are in your Boston office. You are working when all of a sudden your primitive computer.
Receives an email.
No, oh yeah.
Well, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Yes,
You've got mail.
it will be. But before the mail arrives, actually, there will be a mail. But before that, it locks, and you see a message, um, a strange message. The message reads only Nevada 1987 frequencies weren't natural.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's my report. Yeah, I'll try hitting escape a few times to get out of the message.
At first, it does nothing, but then the message goes off. But then you notice that you have an email, and yes, you've got mail.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up command line and yeah, try to bring up my task manager to see if someone snuck something in on me. Uh, but yeah, I will also read my email while that runs.
Okay, so you can roll a technical.
All right. Let's see how we do. Ooh, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23.
Okay, so the email you got mentions an offer from someone non-identified.
What? Prince Djibouti in Nigeria? He needs my help?
No, not that. Someone that mentioned that is a syndicate, Veil syndicate operative,
Oh.
and he offers his services to.
Is that a name? Is that a name I've ever heard?
Uh, uh, well, I guess you can roll. I don't know what else. Maybe knowledge.
Knowledge, maybe.
Yeah, knowledge.
14?
You never heard about it.
Okay. Huh.
So this operative is offering to help you with those with that closed case if you investigate a case for them in a place called Jericho Wells.
Is this a government email that it's coming from?
Okay, so you try to track it, and when you try to track it, not only
You
do
know,
not.
I mean, does the domain look like a government?
Oh no.
Gotcha.
So, but we were trying to track something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Who is? Yeah.
the first thing, the email disappears, vanishes entirely,
Whoa.
and you cannot track anything. And apparently, there was no infiltration, nothing happening, nothing unusual happening.
Oh, jeez. This. I look around the office like,
Yeah.
is anybody looking at me to see, like,
Absolutely nothing. Everybody's having a normal afternoon,
I just
working.
don't want my supervisor to call and go, Mr. Sullivan, I am looking at a file of a man here.
It
Uh,
vanished.
yeah, that's. Uh, half of me is suspecting that this is some sort of test, but I will. Is this? Yeah, I'll go talk to my supervisor.
Okay, so you go to his office, and
Yeah.
is distracted with his work. And
Yeah.
when you come in, he looks up. Yes, Sullivan.
Hey, I'm kind of between things right now. I just got an interagency asking me to look in on something in Arizona. Um, they didn't say how long it would be. Is that something? Is that something that's crossed your desk?
Arizona, not really. No.
Um, any objections to me being seconded to another agency for a bit?
Well, if you are, as you said, between work, I don't think there's a problem. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I
just
think in the back of my head, yeah, because you sidelined me, you bastard.
just let me know when you are going.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll leave in the morning once I get more details. But yeah, I'll keep you in the loop, and I'll let you get back to it. And
So
then yeah,
later this day, a courier arrives with something for you, a package.
oh, gotcha. So yeah, then we're good.
Small, a very small package.
Yeah, I will sign for it, and yeah, take it to my office and open it up.
There's a floppy disk inside.
Five and a quarter. Oh,
Yes.
oh, these things will never go away. They're so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it in a drive and close the drive bay and listen for that sound that I won't know I'll miss.
Okay, so there's something interesting for you there. You have some partial data on the signal, but very small, very small decoding of that signal.
Yeah, there's only so much you can put on a five and a quarter disc.
And there's also a file on the Jericho Wells case.
I will pull that up and take a peek at it.
Okay, so what's in here? Okay, so this comes from the Veil Syndicate, as I told you before. In here, it mentions that you are going to be officially attached to a task force under the umbrella of the DEA-INS joint operation.
Nice.
You have some directives for you. You are going to monitor and support the official investigation into the Jericho Wells blackout. Your real assignment is to investigate signs of unusual phenomena, particularly anything related to mass hallucinations, nightmares or visions, unnatural light patterns, cognitive disturbances, symbols or glyphs resembling those that you have seen in past incidents. The main objectives are to identify the source of the town's blackout and confirm whether an anomalous influence is present, and evaluate Agents Hayes and Whitaker for potential recruitment for the Veil Syndicate. There are some warnings. Do not reveal your true mission to non-syndicate personnel unless absolutely necessary. Expect resistance, especially from locals. Maintain cover at all times. And assume multiple factions may be involved, perhaps drug cartels, maybe local cults, or even rogue elements. And
And
then there's some information about the place. So Jericho Wells is a declining copper mining town. The population is about 1,200 people. It was founded in 1878. It prospered until the 80s. The mine closed. It was their main source of income. Right now, the tunnels are rumored, probably are being used by cartel smugglers.
Does it say if the
Uh,
mine closed up because of financial issues, or did it just run out of copper?
it might be a bit of both. That they were running out, and also the the money
Yeah,
wasn't all
gotcha.
that interesting anymore. So basically, this is the information. It also mentions the agents that were already on the ground. Special Agent Lucas Hayes and Tom Whitaker. You are a Agent Tom Whitaker.
Yeah, not special.
Not special. You're not special.
You know.
Is there a
Very
contact
ordinary.
or something I'm supposed to send them to
No,
let them
no,
know I'm in?
no. The Veil Syndicate apparently is not expecting you to contact them.
Gotcha.
You should use your own agency as a cover. I mean,
Yeah,
not a cover; it's your real cover. But
yeah,
use your own name, and your own identification,
yeah. And
and
the
use
task
them.
force. Yeah. So
Yeah. So
that's
you
the
are part
cover
of
I
a
need
task
to
force.
stick to, right?
Yeah. So you are part
Gotcha.
of a task force that doesn't really exist, but it will be official if someone asks for it.
Gotcha. Well, I will thumb out the page, the paperwork assigning me to that task force, and I will make a photocopy of it and hand it over to my boss and say, "Oh, we got an agent missing, so they want us in ASAP. I'm going to leave as soon as possible
So you
if you don't
browse
have
over.
objections."
Why the hell they are asking for you?
But I guess they need SIG on the ground. Sounds like there might be some, you know, uh, cartel going on. So maybe we're trying to intercept some of their conversations.
No, well, I have no objections. You can go.
All right. Thank you. See you later. And yeah, I'll go pack up my stuff and get my little Toyota Corolla and make my way to Arizona.
Okay, so now,
Almost hell, Arizona. Driving along.
Friggin' Yankee.
Go home.
okay, so Laura Bennett, do you want to identify yourself?
Yes.
As a female?
No, but I will.
Hey, this is the '90s. No one's doing
Okay.
that stuff yet.
Sorry.
It's just Chaz, Bono, and no one else.
And
So,
Chaz was considered a transvestite. So, anyway, go ahead.
I'm Laura Bennett. I'm 32. I'm originally from Seattle, but since I work with the diplomatic security service, I don't think I spend a lot of time in Seattle. Uh, I'm tasked, as a DSS agent, I'm tasked with protecting U.S. diplomats abroad and investigating passport frauds.
Do you know Eddie Vedder or any of the members of Nirvana?
No,
Damn it.
I'm
Oh
not
God.
cool.
This is a good time to be from Seattle, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. This is the good time for them.
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Bennett, during lunchtime, right now you are in fact in Seattle,
Mhm.
and during lunchtime you were working, of course, and you are now having your lunch at a cafe, and you see a man in a suit um, whom you do not know, you've never seen him. He kind of looks like a special agent from somewhere. Approaches your table and he looks at you and then he says, Miss Bennett, do you mind if I sit down?
Well, I do, but go ahead.
Well, I have some information that could probably be interesting for you.
And you are? I asked him.
Let's not talk about that right now. He shows you a folder, and he says, "In this folder," and you'll be interested in this more than who am I. Uh, you were involved in a case in Miami.
Mhm.
Well, maybe we can help you with some of the information that you were never allowed to uncover about that.
Mhm.
We only request something from you, that you get involved in a task force to investigate a case, and this is going on in Jericho Wells in Arizona.
Where the hell is Jericho Wells? Well, it's Arizona, but that sounds like the S of the world.
He says,
Why
"Well,
do you need a
look
DSS?
inside this folder, and you will find all the information that you need."
It is funny that you are the least diplomatic of us and you work for the diplomatic service.
Why do you need a DSS in Jericho, Arizona? I'm going to the folder, but
In the folder, there's a VHS tape, and also
Ooh, kinky.
or VHS tape, and also a report. The report reads what I said to Sullivan, the information about. The man says you should take a look at the VHS tape. There are some images in there that you might be interested in looking at.
well, who do you work for? I have to ask because I'm paranoid.
Have you ever heard about the Veil Syndicate?
I
The
don't know.
Veil Syndicate, not the Veil
Really?
Syndicate.
Should I roll for it?
You can roll for it, yes.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay, so you've heard about it, yes. They are a very covert organization that supposedly doesn't exist,
Mm.
but apparently it might exist. They are supposed to investigate occult, paranormal, supernatural stuff, and they sometimes have links to government agencies. They work with them, but they are their own thing.
Mhm.
And
And
the fact that they are interested in your case, in your
mhm.
closed case, your old case, makes sense. This is the kind of thing they would be interested in.
So I say, oh, then I'm taking a pause because this is, of course, it's not just a crazy guy trying to take. Well, I'm interested, of course, but like I said, it's going to be very strange for me to be there. I need to get up a cover story.
You can do whatever you want, but your presence there will be announced
Mm.
as you will be part of a task force. There are other agents, three more agents in that task force, and he introduces them. Well, he mentions the other agents. Also, the report says that you are supposed
Mhm.
to try to recruit two of the others, but who were not yet recruited. So Mr. Sullivan is already part of the team, fully part of the team. The other two are not informed about.
So it's Whitaker and Ace.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Grenades are not yet informed about. They are there as a normal. They are they are trying to investigate something related to cartel activity, which may be going on. Probably there is, but that's not your main goal, and in the end, it might not be anyone's main goal.
Mhm. Well, okay, I'm going to look at this tape.
So the man gets up and he says, "Well, good luck," and he goes out.
So I'm going to go back to the office and I'm going to look at the tape.
So the tape has some images of grainy images of the glyphs
Mhm.
that you've seen. So this is someone had access to it and filmed it. You didn't. So So there are records
The
of it.
farm, the room that I discovered. Oh,
Yes.
there are big leaves somewhere else. Okay. So I'm gonna call my superior and say that I need to take some time off to handle a personal issue.
And you are granted the time off. Just now give me some time off because I have to feed the cat.
Oh, if you get put on the task force, don't take PTO for that. Like, make them pay you. I am violating cop law by using my personal automobile.
Exactly.
A Toyota Corolla.
Hey, fine vehicle.
Yep,
I
lasts
think in the
forever.
future everyone's going to drive one. And now that we live in the future, we know that they're driving the exact same one, right? Like,
Yeah,
those cars,
Exactly.
those cars will last longer
Yeah.
than marriages.
I drove a Toyota Corolla, a Toyota Avensis, and a Toyota Yaris. None of them are mine, of course, from people from my family.
Two of those I don't think are available here.
The
Or they're
Yaris.
probably
is.
called something else, right?
Oh, because the Yaris is a small model.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Yaris is available in the
Avensis is very
United
similar
States.
to the Avensis is very similar to the Corolla. It's also large.
Now, do you guys have your steering wheels on the left or the right?
On the
Please,
left.
like normal people.
Yeah, we are not savages, you know.
Okay. So is it only England that has them on the
Uh,
other side?
Yeah,
England,
yeah, England, New Zealand, I think.
Zealand, yes.
Yeah, I think also Japan, also Japan.
But you know what's ironic is that Japan, their steering wheel is on the same side as the British, but they drive on the same side of the road as the
Yeah,
Americans,
yeah, precisely.
which is like the worst of all possible worlds.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like, you know, they got messed up in all different ways.
Well, because it's probably it's the effect of the radiation, you know.
Oh, no.
It's your
To our
fault.
Japanese listeners, we apologize
Yes, not very much.
about the
but a little bit.
radiation. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, the radiation of Godzilla. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's not our fault.
Okay.
Not a lot, maybe a little.
No, that was the French's fault.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh wait, but that was the
According to that
98
movie, at least, right?
That was the 98 movie. Yeah, that was Tahiti. But in the 54 movie, they were kind of blaming us because of
Yeah.
Bikini Atoll. They're blaming everybody else for Godzilla, but Godzilla only raids Tokyo. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They did something to him.
So, Hayes and Whitaker, before you arrive um, in Jericho Wells, you get both a message. You are going to be you are going to meet some other folks.
Weirdos.
You are going to be part of a task force,
Oh God.
and the other two are Noah Sullivan and Laura Bennett. And
The
you are,
hell? What task force? I didn't hear about this. And
Yeah. Me neither.
no, none of you was informed about this. This is
Recent
new
development.
yeah, it's a development. And you are to stay at a place called Desert Star Motel off Route 92. This will be the place where you are going to stay.
so
There's
what?
no other place to stay, so it's the only.
Right. So what Hayes has suggested to Whitaker is that we use as our cover with the locals that were with Halliburton out of Houston. Yes, this is Halliburton before they were very bad guys. Well, maybe they were bad guys, but nobody knew. We're with Halliburton out of Houston, and we're here for mineral exploration because Arizona is like 60% of the copper in the U.S. and a considerable chunk of it in the world is sourced from Arizona. So even though the mine
It's closed there.
is closed. We're still interested in the possibilities of mineral exploitation. So that can be our cover story, Tom, that we're with Halliburton. And they won't ask too many questions because we're not like, the actual nerds who look at the rocks. We
Yeah,
just go out there and grab the rocks.
yeah, we're just the businessmen. We talk money.
Exactly. Money and possibilities.
Yep. Perhaps reopen the mine and bring back all the jobs that were lost.
Gives us a reason to be there.
Yep. And if if anyone starts asking questions, we shoot them.
Yeah, I love that notion, man. I'm all on board for that.
This curiously will not break your Halliburton cover.
That's actually true. That's a very Cheney move. That's a very Cheney move. So we'll ride into town in a beat up Ford truck.
Okay, so you arrive at the Jericho Wells at the end of the day. It's almost night, and you see the neon lights from the Desert Star Motel. It looks pretty sleazy, and but as you were informed before, this is the only place to stay. So
Yeah.
there aren't many people staying here because you see just 3 more cars parked there, so they aren't
Yeah.
very popular.
So we'll
So
shoot.
when I get out of the truck, I'll look around and then I'll wander over to take a look at the cars, what type and models they are, and where their plates are from.
Uh, they are from Arizona, all of them, and all of them look very old models.
Yeah, perhaps some gentlemen don't want to.
Yeah, you see a couple of lights on, and you hear some noises from inside. So it's probably there's
Yeah.
some action going on.
You up on your
Oh,
tetanus
that's right.
shots, Tom?
Hey, this is the
I have
age
all
when
the-
they still had magic fingers on all the beds, man. This is a golden age.
And there's a reception there, and then there's a guy inside, a fat guy, reading a
Yeah.
newspaper, or at least looking at the newspaper.
Good evening, sir.
The National Enquirer. He looks up from his newspaper, looks at you. Yeah, come inside. Yeah. So
We want two adjacent rooms, please.
yes, he gives you the keys for the rooms. Are you staying for?
I don't know.
We'll just be here for a little while, Pard.
He
We're
shrugs.
just
Okay.
doing some advance work for Halliburton, that's all.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Okay, have fun.
Sure, why not?
So as we walk off, I kind of look over at Tom, says, so the vehicles out there look local. Ain't no new folks around, apparently. I swear those cars look all beat to hell. One of these
Yeah.
days they'll be out in the desert, man.
Yeah, I don't think that gang members would use that kind of crap.
Yeah,
crappy
not
cars.
on purpose. Not
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, but well, I don't know when the other people will arrive, but perhaps we should start making some kind of plan.
Sure.
Where do we want to go tomorrow? At the sheriff, at the mine?
I figure we might want to go out, take a look at the mine, just see what's going on down there.
Mhm.
Then we can maybe see if we can find a local office associated with the mining company. Of course, if they're closed down completely, we might not find too much. And then if we need to, I guess we can go see the Cochise County Sheriff, local branch anyway. I do wonder though, if they've been quiet too, why would they
Yeah.
be?
Yeah, and perhaps also maybe to make a visit to the city hall.
Huh? Sure.
Now both of
If
you
we need
notice that your Cell phones have no signal here.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm kind of used to it,
I,
to be off the grid.
yeah, I figure we're on our own in this one, partner. Well,
Yeah.
aside from the senorita and the other fella, supposed to be part of our, and you see him hold up his fingers and do the little wiggling thing like he's making
Yeah.
quotes on task force, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah. I don't know why the hell did they get some more people just to this case. I find that very weird, but we'll
Uh,
see.
I don't know, man. Maybe there's more going on than they've been telling us. We'll find out.
Most of the times that's true. Well, perhaps I'm going to catch some Z's, as the young folks say, and start early tomorrow. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. Let's keep that door between our rooms open just in case somebody pays
Yeah,
us a visit unexpected like.
yeah. I'll sleep with my gun under the pillow as usual.
So Lucas reaches down into his boot when he gets in his room, and he takes out a 4 and 5/8 inch barrel Ruger Blackhawk. And it's kind of like a Western style pistol, but more modern. And
Okay.
he puts it under his pillow, and then he pats the pillow and says, "I reckon that's what you call a Texas security blanket."
Well, I have mine in my rucksack, but I'll keep it close also.
Okay, both of you roll for wits.
Alrighty, going for
Okay.
with.
First roll of the night.
Oh,
Uh,
mine's a 19 on the die.
Mine is 17.
Okay, that's good. So nothing happens. Who is closest? Sullivan or Burnett?
Where was she coming from?
She's coming from Seattle, so she'd be closer.
Yeah,
You're coming like all the way
curiously.
across
Although
the country.
we're both plummeting south to get to Arizona.
That's true. That's true, but you're like having to actually go crossways.
Yep.
She just has to head south.
Well, you can always take a plane, perhaps.
So she's listening to Pearl Jam and just driving the interstate.
Okay, so anyway, you were informed about this in advance, so even if you are driving, you will be there in the next day. So, in the morning, Bennett, you arrive at Jericho Wells, and I'm not sure if you no that wasn't mentioned, but when you are arriving, you get a message before you get to Jericho Wells. You get a message that you should report to a place called, I forgot the name.
Star
Hotel.
Desert Star Motel. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the place where you should meet.
Oh, reporting to a motel, of course.
Yes.
This is a classy place.
Classic.
It's very classy.
Now, the Ford that we drove in will have Texas plates.
So about 7 in the morning, you arrive and you see 4 vehicles parked there.
One has Texas plates.
Yes, and the
And
others
I'm
are.
going to go and knock on the door of the room that you can find them both in bed together.
You ladies got your shower caps on?
So, which person's door do you want it to be, Pedro? Tom's or Lucas's?
Oh, yours.
Okay. So I hear the knock on the door, and I kind of sit bolt upright in bed. I'm still mostly clothed. I've just took my boots off, really,
Sure,
and
sure.
I fish out my 357 Ruger Blackhawk and kind of hold it behind my back and come up to the door. I'll look out through the peephole and say, "Yeah, who is it?"
Oh, I
So
see a
you,
woman.
yes,
Candy Graham.
a blonde woman
Candy
I
Graham.
do see her.
in a suit.
So you hear me shout from the inside, yeah, who is it? You hear a distinct drawl.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know if which one of them is Texan. So I'm looking for agents Ways and Whitaker.
What's your name, miss?
Bennett.
Hold
Agent
your
Bennett.
horses. I'm opening the door. So
I'm
you
with the
start to
task
hear,
force. I tell him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a second there, ma'am. Give me a second. And you start hearing, like, you hear things moving. Like there's probably something that was behind the door that's now being moved. You hear the chain being unlocked. You hear and then eventually, after like 10 seconds of
You hear him
unlocking
taking the
things,
handcuffs off of Tom.
Yeah,
you
and the
hear
claymore being disarmed.
the door opens, and you see a tall man. He's probably 6'4", wearing he hasn't got his hat on, but he's otherwise mostly dressed. He's got his shirt and his jeans and a great big brass belt that says Lone Star on it. And
Proud Texan.
he kind of looks past you around like he's looking for something, and then he nods his head for you to come on in the room.
So which one are you? You are?
Oh, I am Special Agent Lucas Hayes, ma'am. Why don't you come on inside? I'll let Tom know you're here.
I'll
You
look.
see,
Yo,
not in the room.
yep, yeah. I poked my head through the. You see that the door to the other room is open. I poke my head through the doorway and say, "Hey, Tom, get your
Yep.
long drawers on, fella. Miss
Oh,
Laura Bennett has arrived."
oh, the first desk people arrived.
Yes,
First
sir.
one.
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Is it Officer Bennett, Agent Bennett, Ms. Bennett?
Agent Bennett.
Ooh,
Well,
another
now,
agent.
who y'all with?
We're
So
all agents.
I'm with the DEA. Tom here's with the INS.
Well,
UIC, Customs
I'm
Enforcement,
I'm with the DSS.
DSS. What the hell? Why would
Is
DSS be in on this?
are we in any diplomatic accident here?
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, okay then. Interesting.
Okay.
So you then see that I take now that I shut the front door, and you see me carefully locking everything back, looking out the window, and you notice that I've got a Ruger Blackhawk in my right hand. It's got about a 4 5/8 inch long barrel, and I kind of go over and start grabbing my boots to put my boots on. Said I look over at you and say, "Never can be too careful, you know."
Hmm.
So, what's your assignment here?
Well, I'm here to help you investigate.
Help us?
Yes, of course. We're a task force.
Yeah, sure. That is anyone missing? Is
I
anyone
think so.
coming?
There should be another one, right? There'll be four of us.
The more the merrier. Right,
So just
Hayes?
to let you know, Agent Bennett, me and Tom here are posing as Halliburton reps out here to check out the old copper mine. I suppose you've been debriefed about what's going on.
Yes, I was.
Well, might be nothing, or could be cartel activity. This is Sinaloa territory. Maybe it's Tijuana's moving in. Maybe it's somebody new. Never know. All the light stuff, I ain't sure what to think of that. Could be airplanes.
You must be very careful, miss.
Are you mansplaining?
I don't think that expression exists.
Sorry, I don't understand that term.
Oh, it's from the future.
Lars stares off into the 21st century and
Yeah.
loses one fear.
You've walked in on the Marlboro Man and Dick
Yeah.
Tracy, and you're asking about mansplaining.
Yeah.
So
Sullivan,
anyway, I start putting
you
on my
got your
boots.
message as well, and you are now arriving at a very sleazy motel. It's morning. It's starting
Okay.
to feel very warm,
I'll
and
turn off
well,
my quiet right
not as much. And
tape.
you see there are several vehicles there parked, and two or three of the vehicles are not locals. And then you see one of the motel rooms. I think you were going out, right?
Well,
You
we were going to head out to
Yeah.
the mine and kind of check the place over.
okay? So when you guys open the door, you see a vehicle arriving, and so you see each other.
It's playing quiet right, really loud out my window, and I turn it off as I pull in.
What kind of car are you driving?
Is a gray Toyota Corolla with a whole bunch of my luggage in the back.
Oh
Who's
God.
who's the feller in the ricer?
I pop out with my Red Sox hat on.
Nice.
Oh
Give it-
my God!
I kind of
Oh.
tip my hat to you guys, and then start walking towards the office, praying that the guy inside doesn't do taxidermy and have a bad relationship with his mom.
So there's a different person there. It's not the same guy last night, and
Yeah,
you take care of him.
I will get me a room, and I will peep the sign-in book to see if any of the task force names appear on it.
Yeah, they are all there.
I will get a room number, and then
Not told because I didn't get a room yet. I just went straight.
Oh yeah, not
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she just knows that.
So when you go out of the office, you see three people outside. Two men and a woman.
Are they close to the rooms I'm expecting?
They are in one. Well, they are close to one of the rooms. Yes, and yeah, they are.
Hello there.
Hi.
You
I'll
must
say
be
as
our,
I
our
start
missing,
getting my luggage out to put in my
you
room.
must be our missing link.
Possibly, I'm Noah Sullivan. Who am I having the pleasure of speaking to?
Agent Bennett.
I'm Hayes.
uh,
This is Whitaker. Man,
Nice.
you came a long, long way, didn't you?
Yes, and very quickly, with someone missing, I didn't figure there was a whole lot of reason to let a lot of dust gather.
Nice
I'm,
car, Sullivan.
I'm tanked up on caffeine and heavy metal, so I'm ready to go.
Well,
And
if you don't mind a little Randy Travis, you can jump in the King cab with us. We'll head on over to the mine. We're all working for Halliburton out of Houston, if you was a wondering.
and
Okay,
and
yeah.
by the way, Sullivan, which agency are you from?
Are we doing this out here?
Well, I'll just look around. Is anyone around? I think we're safe, Sullivan.
I am with the NSA. I'm in signals intelligence. I think
Yes,
I'm here.
in
I think
time.
I'm here to kind of help in case this is a communication problem, like cartel jamming or something like that.
I turn to Hayes and say, Hayes. So, diplomatic and signals.
I'm going to
Right.
throw my luggage very quickly in my room and then close it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, do I have to get a room? This place looks awful.
No, you're fine.
Unless you want to stay in the car.
This has got
Yeah,
two. This
I need
got
to
two
get a room.
beds. So.
Great. No.
We can leave the adjoining door closed.
I'm
So,
gonna go get a girls' room. Yes, I'll ask one without bed bugs, please.
The guy looks
Oh,
at you and
dear.
says, "Oh, That will be tough, but I'll try to find one.
I'll give you the one right next to the office. It's got a great shower.
I was about to say, just make sure when you shower that you keep an eye on that curtain.
Exactly. If everything starts going black and white, you may be in for trouble.
Keep your pistol in a baggie.
So, have you guys worked together before?
No, first time.
No, yeah. Ain't met Tom before. Ain't met Agent Bennett before, and I ain't met you before, Mr. Sullivan.
No, I guess
Don't
that
know
puts
why
us on
we're
even
here.
footing then.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, we was gonna go check out the copper mine.
Yeah.
You might as well join us. And we got a king cab, so we got the room, and I got the 870 hanging on the rack in case we run into problems.
Yeah, and I also take my rucksack with me also.
Yeah, I'll grab my working bag in case there's interference or things to consider.
Okay,
So who drives out there?
It sounds like you're driving
Yeah.
at least most
Okay.
of it.
So once you guys are in, I mean, the very moment you shut the door, I literally spin gravel.
I'm
Leaving the
riding in the
parking lot.
back. I am riding in the back if that's legal in this state, which I
Well, it's a
don't
king
know.
cab. Oh, you're
I don't
going to
know
ride
if I
the,
even care. Yeah.
you're
No,
gonna ride the bed.
I've been cooped up in a car for hours and hours, so
So when I
some
kind of
wind
spin
when-
out of the parking lot, you hear a lot of tires squeal and might get thrown around just a little bit.
I throw a rebel yell.
I head on out to the mine.
okay, so I assume you have a map.
Yeah, we
I
have a
assume
map
we
of
do,
the
yeah.
car. Yeah.
So this
AAA,
is
if nothing else.
the mine is on the northern edge of this place.
So
Okay, so you
I,
drive.
yeah. Head down the road about 70, 80 or so.
So the
and,
way to the mine, you don't find much to look at. The town is to the other side, and the mine itself looks very much abandoned for a long time.
So
No,
I hop out and kind of take a look around. I look around the area carefully. Take a look, see if I can see any vehicle tracks of any kind. Just kind of carefully looking.
and I'll start and I'll want to see if there's the, at least that I'm used to, the usual places where drug cartels hide hidden passages or stash some equipment around
Well,
here.
I will get out.
for now you
my-
are outside, so there's
Oh,
not
okay, okay.
so all of you roll for search or investigation.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I've got my shortwave radio out, and I'm just listening for interference patterns that might be close to a.
For me,
8.
that's going to be a total of 11.
For me, it's 18.
Okay.
Wits or intelligence? Oh.
For me, it's a 10 because I roll very low. So
Okay. Sullivan.
22.
Jesus.
So Sullivan and Whitaker, you both hear a strange hum coming from the mine, from inside the mine.
Did you hear that? The humming?
Yeah. That's some sort of. Yeah, that's worth checking out, I think.
Yeah, perhaps there's some kind of generator or something like that inside.
I'll grab a mag flashlight and head in that direction.
I take out my rifle and my.
Do we have
And
hard hats? Or does the mine here have some laying around? Or something?
You don't have unless you brought them with you. I don't think.
No, I
probably not.
would not have
It's
thought to
been
do that.
abandoned. So yeah.
Okay, so inside it's dark, of course. Um, you smell dust and a metallic thing, and two of you hear some strange noise coming from there, but it's just the two of you.
I I I I suggest I'll just go ahead and try to follow the noise.
Wow, copper mines smell like blood, don't they? That's eerie.
Y'all found a light switch in here? Maybe they still have the power on.
Don't
You can look for that, yes.
So I look
Yeah.
around and
You find a switch that can maybe be turned on.
does it
Roll.
look new or does it look old?
It looks old.
Gotcha.
Roll a technical just to make sure that you do it properly.
I rolled a 14. I don't actually have technical.
Okay. Well, that's enough. So you turn the lights on, but it's not. Most of them are already not working, but some of it is working. So you have some light inside.
That's the good thing about Arizona. There won't be any moisture corrosion.
So what you see around you is a cluttered area with old rusted carts, old tools, and some abandoned mining gear from a long time ago.
Hmm. I will look for a hard hat or a mining helmet.
There are some there.
I will strap one on.
Enough
I'll
for you.
I'll just pick pickaxe and take with me.
I think the mine is mostly run out of copper, from what I gather.
Well, we
Or
don't really know, do we? I mean, we just know
and
it's
it
shut
suddenly
down.
occurs to me that he's thinking about putting that in a cartel guy's forehead, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
Something else that you notice. So this is this shaft has a there's a tunnel going down. You see there are boot prints there. So someone has been. Uh,
Recent?
Certainly, it can be that old. And you also see something else. You see some graffiti on the walls.
I'll walk over and take a look at it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so roll knowledge, alien lore if you have.
I do. That is a hold on. So I have a +1, so that's a 15 on a die, +1 plus. So I don't have any addition to my intelligence, so it's a 16 total.
I got an 8, so I'm not going to know much about this.
I
No.
don't have I have the skill, but I rolled an 18, so it's a 19
Okay.
with intelligence.
But I'm
With
really
I'm,
curious about the symbols. Yeah.
I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to take pictures of the graffiti.
uh,
As they are expecting the graffitis, I'm just looking around to see if I can see anything
just a
strange.
question. This is 1997.
Yep.
Should your phones have cameras? I don't
I
remember.
They
use
will not have
my,
cameras.
my
Not.
camera. I have a camera with film in my
Okay. A
Yeah.
regular camera.
but
Yeah, and federal agents probably would, yeah, have evidence cameras.
after my experience with the glyphs, I always carry a camera.
Okay, so Hayes, you notice there are different types of graffitis here. Some of it is definitely cartel stuff, just regular symbols, but some of the symbols are strange. This reminds
Okay.
you of uh, how much I can't remember what was your experience with the.
Yeah, he was in the meth lab raid in El Paso where he saw the carved symbols and the dealer raving about alien voices.
Oh, okay, so you notice that these symbols remind you of those that you saw there.
Are these familiar,
So
Agent
Are,
Hayes?
yeah,
are they also familiar to
bingo,
me?
folks, bingo. So I saw this at a meth lab in El Paso. I've been mentioning it to Agent Whitaker. Yeah, it's this is some kind of weird cartel stuff. Some of this is standard cartel symbology, but these other symbols, these are the ones I saw in that meth lab. Maybe
If
this
you
is something new.
if you don't mind, can you take me through which is which, and I'll start documenting it on a notepad.
Would they
Right,
also
I'll
be
check out the
familiar to me, the glyphs that I saw, or no?
Oh yes, you notice it that yeah, I forgot that you rolled on it. Yes, you also notice some kind of similarities with your own experience with
Mhm.
strange glyphs.
What did you find there?
We found some symbols over there on the wall, Agent Whitaker. There's a mix of some standard cartel stuff that I think would be associated with Sinaloa, but there's also some other stranger stuff like I saw in El Paso, like I was telling you about.
Let me
Well,
see
I
if
also saw some of this in Miami.
I'll approach to see if I can also recognize any of the
You
symbols.
haven't rolled yet.
Sorry?
Haven't you rolled yet?
No. I was just
Okay.
checking the area around.
Okay, so roll for it.
I don't have Valiant, but I can use occult or no? Or this
No,
is just
not occult, no, but the
okay.
roll knowledge.
Knowledge.
Knowledge
It's
plus intelligence.
intelligence. Okay. Oh, 16 for me.
Did you have any previous experience with?
Yes.
So you also no, you don't recognize it exactly, but it makes you think
They are
about something.
similar.
Yeah.
Okay. I also came across not this pattern, but I came across with these symbols over here in the
Well,
past.
if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna document all the symbols, and yeah, if you guys recognize them, you tell me where what they mean, if you know, and
Oh, what I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I just came across not these ones, but some, similar.
and don't worry. I mean, I'll get it all down, and we can compare notes afterwards and make sure we have all this lexicography put together. It might help if we start seeing communications from them. I mean,
Well,
obviously, some of this stuff is meant to leave, you know,
what? Well,
communication for each other.
I don't know if the cartels are making all these symbols, but
Well, this is not cartel related. I saw them in Miami when I was dealing with. Well, of course, it could be cartel in Miami.
I say, yeah, the cartels in Miami.
no, far from it.
There's a whole TV show about that. Maybe you're too young to remember it.
But those were flickering. The ones that I saw, they were. It's like they were painted in
These
fluorescent
these ants
light.
aren't flickering; they're normal, just just graffiti.
Oh, like one of those glitter pen things or something.
Yes.
Neat. I mean, horrible that they're using that, but
Well, be sure to take everything down, and perhaps we could continue our
oh yeah,
descent.
I'm on it.
So you are going down the tunnel. Is
Yeah,
that so?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I don't use flashlight because I have a perk night vision, so I'm used to dark places.
Okay. So
This is mine.
you go down this tunnel, and then after a while, you see there's this tunnel divides into two different paths. One of the paths goes east, and the other one goes southwest. You see that no, you don't see anything. Roll survival,
Who's
Survival?
mapping? Who's
Oh,
mapping? By the way.
okay,
survival or investigation.
okay. That's natural 20 for me, so 24.
Okay, so you notice that there are paths going down. There are footprints or footprints going down both tunnels,
Mhm.
um, and you also notice something else. Those markings go on the eastern tunnel.
Eastern?
The regular markings, not the other ones.
Oh, so the cartel markings.
Yes.
But they are footprints on both tunnels,
Yes.
right?
They were both used recently.
Okay. So I'll tell them. Okay, the Eastern Tunnel has cartel markings. The other tunnel doesn't have any kind of marking, but there are footprints on both of them.
I wonder if the
Hmm.
footprints going to the other direction are agents, are
Perhaps we
missing agents. Yeah.
perhaps we could follow the southwestern tunnel, the one with no
Yes, let's follow the one.
cartel markings.
Yeah,
At
just in
least.
case they got lost, or we're trying to cut them off at another point.
Okay, so I'll follow the southwestern tunnel.
Okay.
But the humming. Do I notice the humming is stronger on the eastern tunnel or the southwestern tunnel?
It's still too early to understand that.
Okay,
You are
okay.
still listening to the humming, and but you can't.
But it's kind of throughout
Yeah,
everything at the
you
moment.
can figure out where exactly it's coming from. Okay, so you take the tunnel with no markings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you go down for a while, and all of a sudden, you feel the earth shaking.
Oh,
Oh,
All of you roll agility,
Alrighty.
athletics if you have it.
oh, athletics. Okay, I have it. So it's a +3 for me.
oh crap! I
Yeah,
rolled a 7.
I
uh,
rolled 16.
nine, 19 for me.
I rolled
Total.
an 8. I rolled an 18.
Okay, so all of you, you are able to avoid falling rocks, falling debris,
Mm-hmm.
but this looks unstable now. And now
Ah,
everybody hears the humming.
Stronger now.
It's a bit stronger, yes.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I think we should follow this, continue this path.
But we
I
need to
don't
be.
know, man. Seems a little unstable in here. You sure?
Well, now I'm curious. The humming is stronger.
What could a cartel be doing in here that would be shaking
I
apart a
don't
mine?
know this part of the mine is cartel related. I'm not sure of that because, well, at least I didn't see any more carvings or graffiti
Do
here.
we still see footprints here that look like
There are some
agent?
prints, yes. Yes, there are prints here.
Okay, yeah, let's keep going then, just in
Okay,
case.
but just be careful if this get worse, we just turn back.
Okay,
Agreed.
so you proceed in spite of the falling debris. All of you roll wits.
Oh dear.
Okay, TPK.
14.
Oh dear.
Uh,
That's an 8. That's an 8 for me.
As a
uh,
7 for me.
17 total for me.
Okay, so everybody except Whitaker. That hum that you were hearing is now has now changed. You are hearing something different. It's not really a hum. It sounds like a strange music. It's very bizarre, and it's causing some kind of reaction with you. Um, all of you except Whitaker had 2 fear points.
Oh,
Okay.
This is very eerie.
Are you all right?
oh, do you
No.
hear that? Do you hear that?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
humming. It's getting stronger.
There's
There's
something
nothing.
off
No,
there,
it's
man. There's something off.
it's
There's something
singing.
wrong here.
What? I don't. Well, it's a hum.
That song, it's
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's a
giving me
chorus.
a
goosebumps.
what?
It sounds like a chorus singing.
Well, perhaps I'm deaf of hearing,
You
but I don't hear
still
any
hear
chorus.
the regular hum. For you, it's normal.
Yeah. Well, I didn't feel any change, but if you
Whitaker,
guys
roll search or investigation.
investigation. 15.
You see something moving uh, a bit ahead.
I'll just point my rifle towards it and say, "There's something moving up there."
Okay. I
Actually,
will
down
I
there,
will
like-
draw my pistol out and move my flashlight to my offhand, and yeah.
You see a man running from you, not towards you, wearing some kind of robe or something like that.
Hey! And I'll start running after him.
Yeah.
The man speeds up.
Mm.
I'll try to shoot him in the leg.
Okay, so roll ranged combat.
Mm-mm.
That is with agility, or
Yes, that's what.
okay, range combat. So I've put. I don't know his defense, but I got 14 total.
That's enough. Roll damage.
2d6.
Is anyone going to lecture him about shooting a fleeing suspect?
6.
Okay, so you shoot him. It's a man. At least it seems like a man, though his head is bald.
Hmm.
There's no hair. You shoot, and the man falls, and then the ground starts rumbling again, and all of you roll agility again.
Good Lord.
Oh, mercy.
Jesus.
19.
14 for me now.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
This time it's just a 9 for me.
I waste a perfectly good natural 20 to get a
Gee.
21.
Okay.
So Sullivan and Bennett, you are able to see cover, and you are not hit by the rubble. But Whitaker and Lucas, you are both
Mhm.
covered in rocks and rubble. So you both of you suffer 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
Oh, big rocks.
Yeah, they are big. And the man,
Tarnation.
Oh,
and the man falls down and is also hit by the rocks. Of course.
I'm,
He's
yeah,
in
I'm going to spring towards him and try to get him secured and away from harm.
Okay, you can roll athletics.
Okay. Which I don't have, but agility again.
Yep.
That is a unnatural.
Okay, so you are able to save the man from a large rock that fell exactly where his head was.
Whoa.
So you save him, but he's still shot on the leg, in the leg, in the leg, on and in. That's a
In.
problem.
Have
Okay,
a seat.
so
Have a seat. I tell him, and I start taking a piece of his robe to try to tie it up. And
the man is silent, and he seems he's not scared of you. He's just silent.
I'll
is
approach.
he is he panicking or
No, he's just silently looking at you.
kind of like he's doped out?
It could be, yes.
Yeah.
But
I'll
he looks
approach.
strange. He's in fact wearing robes, and
Yeah.
his head is shaven.
I'll
That
approach
sh-
the man and. Who are you?
That shot is going to carry Whitaker. We don't need to stay in one place for very long.
Who are you, man?
He looks at you, but he doesn't answer. He smiles.
Let's bring him along and get out of here.
Yeah. Let's bring him with us.
Or the whole place falls in on us.
I'll probably I have handcuffs and I will handcuff him.
Okay. So while you are going out, the ground shakes again, but no
Yeah.
need to roll it because you are already far
Yeah.
from the place where there were debris falling.
We quicken our pace nonetheless.
Yeah.
So you see some rocks falling behind you, and then you get outside. The man is bleeding, so if someone has first aid, it's
Now
probably
we get back to where the two paths converged. Is that where
yeah,
we're going
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
stage up? Okay. Yeah, I like to say I'll tear a piece of his robe off and kind of secure it against the wound if I
So you
can.
were staying inside the mine, but outside the tunnel.
Yeah.
Right, right.
We
Okay,
are now in
the safer place.
intersection.
Yeah,
I don't have
we're
first.
now back and we'll go in
first
the right direction.
Okay, so is someone trying to fix the man's leg?
I am, yeah. I'm trying to help him
Okay,
with.
so roll medicine or
While
intelligence.
he's doing that, Hayes will look down the um, he'll look down the tunnel that's just the cartel signs and other weird stuff, and
Just an 11 on my roll, by the way.
try to see if he hears or sees anything down there.
Not much. It's also dark, but there's no blockage. That everything is still open.
Are you with the cartel, man?
No,
Answer us.
I'm not.
What are you doing here?
What are there symbols on his robe, by the way?
Yes, there are. Yes, there are strange symbols.
Similar to those on the wall back.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, so they're not cartel symbols; they're the other symbols.
There are symbols. Yes.
What are you doing here?
I'm worshipping
What?
my Lord.
And the Lord is?
The void.
Oh, weirdos. Okay.
Yeah, I figure this one's probably taking one too many pipes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's on drugs, probably.
It doesn't
Well,
seem
that
to
would
be actually. But you can roll medicine to figure that out.
Let me see.
Yeah, my medicine roll was 8, so it wasn't
Oh,
great.
no.
Oh, no,
Forget.
sorry.
No one has medicine, I assume.
No.
I think there was a character with medicine, but none of you. Okay, so you don't know if he's on drugs or not. He might be.
Are his eyes red?
What?
Dilated pupils?
It might be a bit red because there was some debris falling and dust, so it could
Okay.
be. But everybody
I will take one of the symbols on his robe and point to it and say, "What does this mean?"
it's the Lord's language.
Is anybody else here with you?
Not now.
Why the earth is shaking?
That's the Lord's word.
Why'd you go in that direction and not where your symbols are? And I'll say, pointing at the other place that has the symbols.
Well, the other tunnel has no symbols. I mean, there are symbols, but they are graffiti, normal graffiti.
Gaia.
Yeah.
Yeah, the normal gang graffiti, the cartel graffiti is the path we didn't take.
Yeah. The path you took, there was no symbols at all.
So those symbols are not the Lord's language. I'll say, pointing at the cartel symbols.
No, that's the drug traffickers.
I'll look at the others like there's a difference.
Yeah, I figured that out, but
Yeah, but he knows the difference, and he's not their crew. That yeah, I'm going to pull them away. Like it's, I think we got two groups here, and I think our agents got caught in the crossfire.
Yes, obviously. And I don't know. I don't think we are here because of the cartel. Well, I've
oh,
seen the weird symbols. Tom, you've seen the weird symbols, right? So for some reason we were picked for this task force.
The man starts humming something, And those of you that failed the rule before, you identify that sound, like a song that you heard, is
Hmm.
trying to say to
Oh,
sing something like that.
he's singing that song
I
again.
I I I slapped the man.
He shuts up.
Okay, now since you were here, how many how many how many days, how many nights have you been here?
I've been here since yesterday.
Do you know anything about a deputy Menendez?
I have no idea who that man is.
The deputy that disappeared. Have you seen him? Tell us.
No. Roll influence, I think. Influence.
I rolled an 11. Just let me see the bonus. 13.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sorry, roll what?
Oh, are we?
Influence.
Influence.
Influence? No,
Yeah.
I don't have influence. Is based on what? Wits?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Okay.
17.
So no bonus. 15 for me.
Okay. Whitaker and Sullivan, you seem. He seems to be lying.
About Deputy Menendez?
Yeah.
I'll press the wound and ask again.
I start
And ask
screaming.
again. Where the hell is Deputy Menendez?
He
And
starts
try not to
screaming
lie to me.
very loudly. Um, and then he stops screaming all of a sudden, and he goes silent.
Did he pass out? Or is he still looking around and
He
he's
did
just
pass out. Yes.
Oh, great.
Whitaker?
He's lying about Deputy Menendez. He knows where he is.
Yeah, but you're squeezing
Maybe
too
he's
hard.
down this here tunnel. We
The
ain't
following,
looked at this one.
Yeah,
There's
we might as
cartel
well.
symbols all over the place. I mean, for all we know, Menendez could be down here lying cold, waiting on us.
yeah, probably that. Well, let's see if we can find Deputy Menendez. Indeed.
Let's get this guy here immobilized so he won't run on us.
Well, he's handcuffed, or we could also tie.
Yes, he's
Ties.
handcuffed, but that doesn't stop him from getting up.
Yeah.
So tie his shoelaces together. I find that tends to work when the hands are secured.
Is he wearing shoes or is he wearing like sandals? Like how
well,
much of a cultist is this guy at the moment?
He's wearing some kind of shoes, but there are no shoelaces.
I'm gonna look for a wallet and some car keys just to see, like,
Nothing.
He has nothing on him.
That is weird as hell.
So I'll probably disrobe as a belt, or it has no belt. This
There's
robe.
a belt. Yes.
Okay, so I'll use the belt to tie his legs.
Okay. So he's all tied up and probably bleeding to death.
Well,
because
yeah,
nobody took care of that.
I will look at
It's
the
not a
wound
problem. He
again.
will die eventually.
I'll look at the wound again because
It's kind of
apparently,
bleeding. Yeah, it's
apparently Whitaker made it out of Flitsy without actually learning anything.
He's bleeding, not profusely, but he's bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get him transported, but yeah, we
Hayes, do you
don't
have
blow our
some
recovery.
kind of first aid kit on your car?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go out and check.
Well,
Uh,
this is a mine. So probably there are some first aid kits lying around.
It's
I'll
possible, but they have been here for so long that it's probably
no,
not.
I'm just looking for some gauze and band-aids.
Okay. Well, you find something there, but it's kind of dirty.
I don't care.
Oh
I'll ju-
man,
So no
I
problem.
just tried
He
Trigger.
get
to.
an infection and he'll have to cut his leg, but no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Like,
He
Well,
won't die
goodness.
now.
it's
How
better.
much?
It's
How much
better.
of a lawsuit are you looking for here?
It's better to die from gangrene than to blood loss.
Yes, problem.
It takes longer.
It takes longer.
If
Yes.
you keep up like this, it will be against the law to even speak about your agency on RPG.net, and I would be very sad to hear that.
Well, at least he's not bleeding.
Yeah, if we get him, if we get the blood controlled, then
Yes,
then
you
we
managed
can
to do that.
continue. Yeah.
So let's try the other tunnel.
Okay, so you go back to the intersection, and you go down the what seems to be the cartel tunnel. Okay.
I will lead the way. I've got my Remington 870 kind of pointed out in front of me. I'm carefully looking all around, down at the ground, make sure, because I know the cartel will sometimes set booby traps, stuff like that, if they're protecting a drug stash. So I'll be keeping an eye on things, making sure that we don't trip over anything that might create a
And-
problem for us.
And I've got some Slim Jims and some Funyuns, which count as rations, so we can shadow
you
guard
go.
this for as long as we need to.
There you
So-
go.
Is
We're in a dungeon.
Roll for investigation.
All right.
Would vision help, or is this a?
Yeah, not so good. I got
Right.
a 7 on the die.
Does vision help?
Yes,
Kim?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So 16, 18 for me.
What?
There are celebrations.
Oh, I think
Price
I think
What?
we won.
I thought you were playing like weird, creepy music. to make-
No. There was a football game going on, but I think we beat Spain in the finals. Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. What time?
Yes, I hear it from here. Right?
Yeah, you hear it too. Okay, so we won. We won.
It's louder from your side, but I'm hearing it too.
Well, congratulations to the Lisbon Seahawks defeating the Detroit Lions.
So, what were your investigation rolls?
Let me add it up again. 15, 16, 18.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, what are you looking for, Hayes?
So I'm
Booby traps
looking
and-
for, tripwires and
Okay. Well-
boards.
I will help him also.
Okay, I'll also help.
Well, yeah.
This is
Not
what-
really, because I rolled
this
a
is-
6, so I'm not gonna help.
Okay, 17 for me total.
Okay, so Noah and Whitaker, you were all what, not just Hayes, but everybody was taking care. And both of you notice there's a tripwire a bit after you start going down that tunnel.
Hold,
Yep.
and I'll shine my light along it. What?
Let's
Tripwire
be
right
careful
there.
here, folks.
Are you going to avoid it or disarm it?
Oh, no, I'm not
avoid
going.
it. We're
Yeah,
going to
avoid it. Yeah. Yep.
So what I will do is I will use the butt of my shotgun to carefully mark like a furrow in the ground near where the wire is, and we will carefully step over it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Blowing up a mine here. It was,
It's not a good idea, no.
Setting a mine here is not a great idea.
I was about to say I don't think we have the right talents in this crew to be disabling traps.
No.
well,
At least we saw it, right?
yeah.
At least it was seen because I sure
Yeah.
didn't see it.
That
I was looking for it and I didn't see it.
they're like, hey, boss, how are we going to protect this place? Well, let's just make sure that the cave falls in on us if anyone tries to come and get us.
Okay,
That'll
now
hide all the evidence.
right after you avoid the trap, both Sullivan and Whitaker, I'm just not going to ask for another investigation roll. Both of you hear some noises.
Okay.
Ahead.
Yes, people talking.
Oh,
I'll make a hand gesture like voices that away.
yeah. Try to keep it down, guys.
Oh, okay. So now all of you are going to roll stealth.
Oh,
So
fuck.
here we
Yeah,
go.
sure.
Here
Yep.
we go.
Stealth.
Yep.
Stealthy.
Yeah, and we die.
Oh, nice. I have stealth
Uh,
too. Yeah.
No, I don't have
I
stealth.
also have stealth, and I've got a total of
No.
21. I am a very stealthy.
I have a
The
23.
agent.
I am also very, very quiet.
I
and
don't-
my pistol is silenced. So.
I don't have stealth, but I got it's what, agility or intelligence with?
Yes.
Agility. Yeah.
So I got 18 total.
Oh,
nice.
you are very.
Doing pretty good.
All of you walk very slowly.
How's
And-
Laura doing?
I rolled a 16. So
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it'd be funny if we're like all ninjas and she's just clicking on her
High heels.
heels. Yeah,
Yeah,
doing her diplomatic attaché walk.
yeah.
So after about 2 minutes of walking slowly, you see there's a possibly an entrance, a chamber, on the right side of the tunnel, and you see some light inside, and the voices are from there.
Yeah, let's listen to see if we
Yeah.
can hear what they're saying.
I'll just
Yep.
try to peek very slowly to see if I can at least notice how many of them are. No.
I think I would. I don't have it here, but it would make sense.
So you don't, but you
Okay.
can understand it Spanish. So there are, and you can, all of you can kind of understand there are different voices. Perhaps 3, 4, 5 different voices, and they are speaking Spanish. So.
I'll try to just to very slowly peek to see how many for sure and where they are.
Okay, so roll stealth again because this is a different thing.
Okay, no, I die. 15 now for me.
Okay, so you approach the entrance, and one of the guys inside screams something. Hey,
Looking
un hombre ali!
Remember,
I'll shoot him.
Ándale, ándale.
I start shooting.
Ah, cabron! Okay, so initiative.
Consuelo!
Rolling.
Consuela,
initiative.
Consuela.
Rola iniciativa, cabron.
Whitaker is a loose cannon, isn't he?
And the thing is, Hayes is supposed to be the reckless one. So, I have rolled a. See, I've got battle instinct.
No, just for him. You are
Oh,
out
okay.
of range now. You are. Out.
Battle,
okay.
battle instincts. I have here plus. Ah, no, but it's plus 3 to wits versus fear, right? Not
Yes.
anything related to. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a d6, right? To see initiative.
6, yes.
Okay. 6 for me total.
Okay, that's a good roll. I rolled a 5. So you act first. Now that you are there, you see that there are 4 guys inside. 4 Mexicans. They are all armed.
Okay. There are crates here or no?
There are crates, but they are not behind the crates. You have some cover because you are
Okay. So
from the door, or not the door, but the entrance.
the entrance. Okay. So I'll just. Okay. This is a rifle. I don't know if this has. This is automatic or semi-automatic. It's a Ruger Mini 14.
That is a semi-automatic rifle. It's very high velocity, though. It's a 5.56.
So I'll try to shoot 2. I don't know if I can do that.
Yes, you have 2 actions if you don't want to.
Okay.
Of course, in this case, you can do that. Yes,
Yeah, you guys have long rifles. That's impressive.
but you don't shoot both right now. This is your first shot, and you can shoot after.
Okay.
the guys act.
Okay, so
Your
I'll try to shoot in the face the first one who shouted.
okay, so that's a -3 penalty.
Oh, to the face. Okay.
Yes.
So let me see range agility, right? So I have a +3 to the roll. 17, which is 14
Okay. So 14 is with the penalty, right?
with a penalty. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's enough. You hit the guy in the face.
Okay.
Roll
2d6
damage, and you have a +3 bonus on damage.
+3.
Yeah.
Jesus, don't 12 damage.
Though there's something else,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
not just that.
Okay.
The critical hits.
yep.
I still haven't put some thumbnails here, so I have to look for it. Okay, so this is a headshot, firearm damage. Okay, so immediately falls down, dead.
Cabron.
Okay, now the other ones.
Did you call him Carbon?
Yeah, carbon. Yeah.
That's horrible.
I could
He
call him
certainly is now.
silica, but
What is your defense?
I don't know. I don't have that stat here.
You
It's
lowered
what-
his carbon face
So
print.
it's the base defense is 10 modified by
Agility.
Agility.
Okay, so my defense is 10 plus. Okay, 11.
okay. So that means let me copy this to someplace else. Okay, copy. Right. One shoots you. Another one shoots you. And the third one misses you. Okay. They are all shooting automatic pistols. So first one, you suffer 6 points of damage,
Okay.
and then again another 6 points of damage.
Oof. Okay.
So you
I'm
are shot
bleeding,
twice.
bleeding.
You still can shoot one of them again.
Okay, so I'll try to shoot it. Not in the face, but
Okay.
general. So it's 20, 20, 21, 22.
Okay, that's more than enough. Roll damage.
Okay, so now it's just 8 points of damage.
Okay. 8 points of damage. Let me check how many points of damage do they have. 15.
And after that, I'll just.
The guy is very hurt. But then okay, so you are going to go out of range. Is that
Yeah, I'll just hide again inside the.
So you're hit bad.
Yep, I'm bleeding. Real bad.
I push the wound and go like, "Who are you working for?" Oh wait, no, I already know that. Sorry.
I'll just say to them, three more.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to.
you hear
move up.
shouts from inside again in Spanish, and you hear people moving.
They say, Dos Equis, Dos Equis.
Arriba Andale! Anyway, so
Taco burrito. Chile con carne.
I kind of I'm going to go up to the edge of the tunnel and kind of kneel down, use it kind of as cover, and see if I can find a target.
Okay, so the only thing you see inside is a dead body. A guy whose face was blown up.
Okay.
And we hear footsteps, we hear people running.
In the other direction.
So there may be an exit from that chamber.
So I will approach the boxes and try to use them as cover as well while I look further down the tunnel.
So you find that chamber as a connection to another tunnel, a smaller tunnel, and apparently they ran through that tunnel. You can't, at least they may be hiding as well.
Okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on that smaller tunnel, and I'm going to say, "Hey, folks, I think they've run for the moment. Is Whitaker okay?"
He's looking bad.
Well, we may have to get him some medical assistance then.
Yes, I
One of
think
these fellas won't be moving again. So I will, um, well, I will back up. I'll continuing to watch that tunnel they ran into. I will back up towards the corpse and take a quick look at him. I'll look at his gang tattoos. I'll see if I can figure out what this character is.
Okay, so this guy is definitely a cartel member, a Sinaloa member.
Well, you can congratulate Agent Whitaker. He took out a Sinaloa cartel member. So we now know that they are, in fact, involved.
I don't think we are here because of the cartel, really. I think we are here because of the other thing.
Everybody
Oh,
roll wits again,
okay.
and
Oh,
if you don't get a 15 or plus, let me know.
I
I
I
got
do
didn't.
not.
I got an eight.
I did. I did not.
16 for me.
Okay,
Because, yeah, 16. I have the +1. Yeah.
Bennett, did you roll?
I got an eight.
Eh?
Oito, não.
Ah, okay. So everybody except Whitaker
Because I'm bleeding.
dying is worried about something else. You again start hearing some very, very, very strange sounds, and these ones don't sound exactly like a song. Well, at least they sound a bit like a song, but sang by very inhuman voices. Something very insane.
Oh,
All of you add one fear point, except Whitaker who is dying.
Well, I'm now up to 3.
Uh, well, I still
We need to
I,
get him out of here. Can you walk with
I
her?
I still have the dirty gauze, so I'll try to stop the bleeding.
Can you walk, Whitaker?
Gangrene as well.
Yeah,
We need to get
Are
you
you sure you
past.
want
We
to
need to
have
get you
gangrene on your
past.
torso because they shot you on the
yeah, the torso.
If you can
Uh,
walk, we need to get you past the
well,
tripwire, and then we can carry you.
well, we need to
Yep.
help him.
someone has to help me. I'm in really bad shape.
Does anyone
All
have
right.
first aid?
No, I don't.
No.
I think we just, yeah.
So basically, Hayes looks around and says, "All right, Pards, I think we've run out of our kind of run out our line here. Let's move on. We got 2 folks we got to get out of here into the truck and get the hell out of here."
Do we leave someone to cover the site?
I don't see how. We don't have enough people.
I'm not staying here, man. This is creepy.
Yeah, leave the woman behind.
We can just call it in when we get clear. Let's move on.
There's
Okay,
no
so
one to call it into, right? Because the local
no.
police are all disappeared. So yeah, well,
No, there's a sheriff. There's still a
Oh.
sheriff.
You know, he was supposed to be the second guy we talked to, and events kind of got in advance of us.
You ignore the sheriff. There's a sheriff and possibly 1 or 2 deputies. You don't know them.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay,
let's.
so you go back when you were so you are able to go over the tripwire, and when you arrive at the intersection, the guy that was there is not there anymore. And
Oh,
also you see a flash of light coming from the tunnel, the one with no symbols. So hospital, the one you were before.
How like
A very
someone's
strong-
welding or something?
No,
Again, we need
not
to
that kind of light.
take
But it's
Whitaker
just-
and get some
It's
help.
just a one-time flash, right? Not like
Yeah, just one flash. Yes.
damn.
Don't mind me.
I'm sorry, Whitaker. They got your handcuffs.
Bastards!
Let's get out. We are in no
Yeah,
condition.
let's get him some attention.
Okay, you carry him outside.
Yeah, we find the nearest hospital to get him to, and once we
There's
get there,
there's no hospital in this place.
But there's a clinic or something.
yeah,
No,
or something.
No no health.
you'll have to
Oh.
get out of Jericho.
Okay.
Well, if we have to get out of Jericho Wells, we will. It's not like we don't know the road out.
Okay, so you carry Whitaker to your vehicle and you go to a neighboring town where there's a clinic, not a hospital, but a clinic, and Whitaker is now under care. I'm going to roll medicine.
And he dies.
Okay, that's cool. During this night, you'll recover 5 health points.
Oh,
And then as soon as I can get to a phone, I guess I will call the sheriff's department too.
You try, but there's no connection to Jericho Wells.
Whoa.
I'm not even going to bother. So I call the DEA. I call the Drug Enforcement Agency. This is Agent Hayes. Get me connected to the division commander. I got a hot spot for him.
And all of a sudden, your phone call is disconnected.
What the hell?
I've had people hang up on me, but not when I was being so charming.
How are they intercepting our calls here?
Not just that, all of your cell phones, if you have one, there's no signal.
even even in the neighboring town.
Yes, you are now in the neighboring town, but it's close.
Okay.
I asked whoever's working the reception or whatever, like, have you guys been having a lot of trouble with your phone system lately?
The woman at reception says no, but now I do. I'm like I can't get a signal here. No, not even the landlines. No connection. Something happened.
I look worriedly at the other two.
Yeah, this ain't normal. I suppose we might have to go back.
This also isn't jamming.
Hmm.
I'll tell them below my voice, like,
Yes, of course we need to go back, but Whitaker is not in the conditions to come with us, right?
Yeah,
Well,
just
I hate to leave him here.
calm down. It's much better now. Well, next day. The
Next day. Yeah, next day.
Well, then just spend the night in the hospital and then we go.
or at least one of us can stay with him.
I think it's better for all of us to stay together now.
You might be right.
Okay, so you spend the night at the hospital. Because you are not resting, you are not going to recover any fear points. Except Whitaker, you can recover 1 fear point.
I didn't get any fear point.
Okay.
I'm going to try to sleep in the lobby, but I will get Laura off to the side at some point and go, who assigned you to this task force? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm not supposed to talk about that, right? They were part of my orders.
Well, you know that
That is already in. Okay.
there's another
Oh,
one that is probably that was also contacted, and the
yes.
other two are not. So
But I said what were, I had the names of the ones that I needed to recruit.
yeah,
So yes, well, the
hey,
same people that that recruited you.
I nod. Oh, so the reason we're involved is because this is not a cartel issue.
Yes, that's what I said when I was talking, and that's probably why Whitaker and Lucas are also well. Whitaker also saw the glyphs.
And you've seen these symbols before. I'll
Yes,
take
I
out my
did.
notebook. In what context? What was going on in Miami?
It was a forged passport operation.
And they were making passports with these symbols?
No, no, no. The passports were the symbols were in the wall in a room while they were operating, and they were, how can I say, glowing when I saw them. That was not normal.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I thought you meant they were in some sort of magnetic pen, but oh,
No,
wow.
no, no. They were, yeah, flickering.
So what what would these things want with drug dealers? I guess it's a way to move around quietly and secretly, kind of like
Yes,
forged
yes,
passports.
yes. I guess they are using them to operate.
To invade.
Yes, exactly. Well, if everybody thinks it's a cartel operation, they're not gonna look in what is really going on.
I nod. Ugh. Well, what do you think about Whitaker? Yes, no.
Kill him. Kill him.
it's
Well,
crazy.
that's a good thing, I guess. Well, yes. The other guy, I'm not so sure about. I think he's too unpredictable or too by the book, right?
Yeah, I've
I do wonder if who disconnected the phones. Were they our people or were it them or was it them?
I wonder how many of the mission people are our people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good talk. We never had it, of course.
Yes. What talk?
And yeah, I will head back to the lobby and see how Hayes is doing. Have you finished the donut, Hayes? Do you need a new one?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. Guess we can get some coffee and check on Tom, see how
Yes.
Agent Whitaker is doing.
That's yeah.
Uh, situation.
I was worried about that, but yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned coffee because
Yeah, the situation we got here is a bad one. We don't have any backup. We did find some cartel members. Sadly, we did not come off better in the exchange. And then there's this weirdness with this. I don't know. Is this some kind of cult, maybe?
I don't think so. I think these are useful tools for something else, something bigger. I mean, sure, probably you ask that guy, he thinks he's in a cult, but actually he's in something else.
Hmm.
We
Yeah,
think it's
well,
we think it's some kind of smuggling operation.
yeah, but what are they smuggling if it's not drugs? Granted, we didn't get a chance to look in the boxes.
People, agents.
Huh. Alrighty. Well, we might have to just go in there and take care of some matters ourselves since we can't reach anyone else.
Yeah, let's get Whitaker on his feet if we can. Uh, Sheriff is a no go. No contact into the city. So I'm thinking we should probably head in that direction at some point.
Right. Kind of like Mogadishu, hanging out on the
Mogador?
edge. Mogadishu,
Oh,
Somalia,
yeah.
man, Somalia. Yeah, I had to pull a tour there. Can't say I cared for it.
Yeah, I've only done intercepts from that section of the world. Hell of a playground, huh?
Well, if you are wanting field experience, I'd say you're getting it.
I nod. Yeah, we'll stick our head in on into Whitaker's room.
Okay, in the morning, well, if you are checking in on him, is he seems to be doing all right. And in the morning, the doctor says that he's recovering very well. He's a strong man, so he took it very manly.
Very manly.
A manly man, a manly man who took it very
He's
manly.
recovering from being manly.
But obviously, he's supposed to be staying here for some more time, unless you don't want to, of course. You are awake. You are awake, and
Okay.
you feel
And,
much better.
So what?
You are
So what Hayes does is he kind of looks around, makes sure nobody from the hospital is there to see him do it. He fishes that Black Hawk out of his boot and hands it to Agent Whitaker and says, "Just in case."
well,
You
perhaps I'll
realize he's
just.
going to shoot the first nurses.
It is possible,
No, no,
but
no, no, no. I'm leaving here. I don't. I'm not staying here with all that crazy shit going outside. No, I'm leaving. I'm going to talk to the doctor. Perhaps take some bandages and shit like that, and we're going.
all right.
okay. So of course the doctor advises you very firmly
Yeah,
not to do it, but
I'll rest and keep it simple. Don't worry, doc. Just give me some stuff to change the bandages and.
okay. Well, he advises you to come here next day to do that, but he gives you some painkillers,
Okay.
some other medicine, so you won't die.
And I'll take them with a swag of whiskey,
Of course.
of course.
And
Okay. So
once they're processing them out, I'll stop the doctor and lay my credentials on his clipboard and say, "Doctor, it would be best if this didn't make its way into hospital gossip."
okay,
What?
we'll keep it. We'll keep it quiet.
Dude, do you have street racers there or
Yeah,
something?
motorcycle, bike. It seemed like a bike.
It was a bike, yes.
They're racing away from the big football victory. That's the Spanish team getting the hell out of town.
So where are you going?
Let's go to the sheriff's office and see if they're even alive over there.
Yeah, makes a good plan. We should
Anything?
probably have one or two of us go in while somebody else kind of sits outside and keeps an eye on things, just in case they don't want to let you guys come back out.
Yeah,
Just
sounds
saying,
good.
we
Did,
don't know who's been paid off.
did anything happen while I was out?
Yeah, we got to worrying about you so hard. I think Laura cried a little bit. She might be
So,
Did
screaming.
she? Yeah,
Agent
I
Whitaker,
knew.
we tried to call the DEA and a couple other folks, and guess what? Phone went dead.
What our signal guy think about this?
I think that is not jamming. That is something a lot more sophisticated.
You can roll technical if you want.
Yep. I do want. Let's do this. Say 15, because the headset, I'm guessing, doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like jamming it, but so it looks like probably what happened here is exactly what happened in Jericho Wells. it might be expanding, whatever it is, blocking the signals and
Is it interference? Is it like electromagnetic creep or something like that?
something
Given
like
that I now suspect this might be aliens, is a
yes, aliens.
Gotcha.
Aliens, yeah.
okay. I've got an answer that I'm thinking about, but it's kind of goofy. Do you want to hear it?
Yep.
I think the lines are degrading because of electromagnetic radiation from whatever's going on in that mine.
Hmm.
So we must go back there,
I think
but
we
this
need
time better prepared.
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
We need to realize, guys, I don't think this is about the cartel. Something else is going on there.
Well,
It's the
the
destruction.
the cartel almost killed me.
Yes, but
Yes,
that
but that's
doesn't mean-
because you almost tried to kill. Well, you did
Yeah,
kill one cartel guy.
That's
Sorry to break
what's
it.
going
to you.
on in the other side. That is what we are. That is the problem. The cartel is just going on their business as usual.
Yeah,
And,
but
not anymore. Now they don't like you.
Yes.
yeah, Whitaker. I know you were shooting to arrest, but you actually did kill one of their guys.
well, that guy I was aiming for the head, so it was intentional.
I don't need to know that in case there's ever a testimony I have to give.
Well, you also wounded the other one. Is
Yeah, the other one is also yeah.
The one that you actually did shoot to arrest.
yeah. Okay, so you go. But no, you don't go back in town because this is the first time you go in town.
Right.
You arrive at Jericho Wells, and this is very much almost a ghost town. You see a bunch of stores that have been closed down. There are some residential areas, a small residential area. There's a church, a diner, not much else. And there's also a sheriff's department, a very small sheriff's department. And there are two
Is the
vehicles.
sheriff's department close to the diner?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then Whitaker and I will stay in the truck, and I'll go get some coffee from the diner while Luke and Laura go in to.
Yeah.
So
Try to make friends.
Sullivan and Whitaker, you go to the diner, and Hayes and Bennett.
Yeah.
You ever watch General Hospital, Agent Whitaker?
What?
You ever watch General Hospital? It's a soap opera.
No, what's that?
That's too bad. And yeah, I will give you a long-winded discussion about the soap opera.
I kill myself.
So, Special Agent Hayes and Agent Bennett will head over to the sheriff's department, I guess.
Okay, so let's start with you.
Just one question: Are we keeping with the same old story, or are you going to?
Not at this point. I think we're
Okay,
just going to flash
okay.
our badges.
Right. So you approach the sheriff's department. As I said before, it's a very small place, and when you approach it, you see that there's a man inside, at least one. You just see one. It's a very cramped space, just an office. So you go inside.
Yep, we'll go inside.
Okay. So you open the door, and immediately the man, which probably is the sheriff, is about 40 years old. He looks like he's a skinny man. He looks a little bit confused when you go inside. He looks scared as well.
You, the sheriff.
Yes, I am. Who are you?
I take out my badge, slam it on the table. Special Agent Lucas Hayes. This is Agent Bennett. I'm with the DEA. I got a report to make to you, Sheriff. You got cartel men hiding out in your copper mine.
Yes, I suspected that. So you came because of my report days ago?
Yes, one of your agents, one of your officers disappeared, right?
Yes.
Deputy Menendez.
Deputy Menendez, yes.
Well, have you seen anything strange in the mining in the area?
Um, he looks around him. Well, kind of. This is a very quiet place, and people sometimes see strange things, but it's the desert, you know.
Mhm.
So phone systems are down. What
Yes,
about
they
your radio?
well only static.
So you ain't been able to call the state police.
Nope. For the last 4 days, we haven't been able to call anyone.
Well, we went to the copper mine. We
Wait,
found two.
the copper.
Yeah, two different things going on there.
But
One is
why
one is
didn't
the
you contact me before that?
well, to be perfectly frank, we wanted to get a sense of the situation first. Ain't nobody talked with you in days.
Well,
So we went in and took a look, and there was Sinaloa cartel there, all right, but there was something else. Some fella with a weird humming machine or something. Wearing a bathrobe in the middle of a copper mine.
a bathrobe. That's
Yeah, he was one of them freaky fellers. Maybe did too much weed at some point in his life. Something's wrong with him. He kept talking about how he was worshiping the void, whatever the hell that means.
I think you have a cult here, Sheriff, on top of the
okay. Both of you roll influence.
15.
I don't have the influence skill, but I did roll 15.
Okay,
16, 17.
right. So that's enough. Okay, so the sheriff, he looks shaken and defeated, and he looks around him, and yes, I know there's something strange going around. Well, there's a local. Well, not local. They are not locals. They come from other places, but there's a cult.
Hmm.
They call themselves Children of the Void. They have been doing some, I don't know, rituals stuff. I don't know. I don't understand that. I think lately they have been starting to. Before that, they were on the outskirts of town doing their weird things, but lately they seem to have been converging to the mine. So
Hmm.
the man in the bathrobe was probably one of them.
Well, we only saw one of them. Can't understand why them and the cartel would be in the same place. You know, the Sinaloa boys, they don't usually welcome weirdos in their operations. They try to keep things on the down low.
There have been rumors that the cartel was using the underground tunnels, but it was only rumors until now. So if you found them, well, I guess those weren't rumors. They were there, after all. But I see no connection between them. Actually, up until weeks ago, the weird guys, the cult guys, weren't even approaching the mine. It was just lately that they started going there.
So where were
Well,
they?
they are now.
Well, people have been reporting for the last months strange things, strange lights they saw coming from the those tunnels, and sounds as well, weird sounds.
Like
That's
a
what.
humming?
Yes, apparently. I've never heard it, but Deputy Menendez was investigating one of those reports when he went missing. I don't know what's going on, but this is not for me. I wasn't the sheriff. I was just a deputy. I replaced the sheriff when the sheriff went missing months ago.
They shot the sheriff?
But they did. No,
Did
they
you
did
kill?
get a deputy. Never mind.
Yeah.
Man,
No one knows what happened. He was also investigating something near the mines, and next day no one could find him. I've been I've been sworn in after that, but this is this is not for me. I would rather give up and just do something else. This is not for me.
I don't know if you got the option. You don't seem to understand the situation.
No, I
These
don't.
folks are controlling this town. You
Well,
think they're going to let you go if you know anything? And they know you know something.
I don't know anything, man. I just really I don't know. I don't. I don't know anything. I've kept quiet. This is too dangerous. I want.
Oh, fella, that don't never work.
There are.
I've been working the border for years, and everybody thinks they can keep their mouths shut and be safe. They end up in a hole in the desert.
It might be better than this. Well, you guys are special agents. You take over. I don't care. If you want to look around, just it's your place now.
All righty. Well, if you don't mind, we'll just operate out of your office here and see
Well,
what you do.
he opens a drawer, takes a whiskey bottle, and he goes outside.
so we're watching the sheriff's office, and we see the sheriff
Yeah,
leave with
going
a
out.
whiskey bottle before.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he killed him! Killed him!
Oh, the
Let's
man
say
has good
Drink
taste.
whiskey to forget that he killed him,
The man has good taste.
but we can never forget that he killed him, Whitaker.
He sits down outside, he lights a cigarette, and he starts swigging from his whiskey
Well,
bottle.
that is the damn sight of a wonderful
Yeah.
law enforcement.
So
It seems
I
defeated.
step outside the front door and look over in the direction where you guys are over at the diner, and I kind of wave you over to the sheriff's department.
Okay, let's go.
I'll
Let's see
help.
what's
I'll
happened.
help Tom out the door.
Yeah.
Step
Well,
down. Step down.
I was
Sheriff
shot.
shoots you,
Well,
but he just
Sullivan, I was shot in the chest, not the legs, man.
You are doing so well, Tom. Come on. Come on.
Let's go. Look.
I'm going to stop traffic, and I stop in the road. Oh, my.
Okay, when you go inside, Sullivan, roll technical.
All right. I'm going to roll to determine this is the least high-tech sheriff's office in all of
Yeah.
America.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. That is a 14.
Okay, no. So you notice nothing strange.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is very low tech.
I will test their police radios and whatnot, and just make sure that what I suspect is that they're not working.
Okay, so you pick up the radio and you hear static, but there's something strange about it.
Okay.
There's something.
Melodic?
Yeah, the static doesn't sound like regular static. There's something some sound beneath the static sound.
Okay.
You can roll
then-
technical again, but now you'll have
Yeah,
a
I was about to
minus.
say I'll go over to their main set and I'll plug in my headphones, and yeah, now I'll start really, and that'll give me a what does it say? +2. +2 for signal. So. Yeah, that's a 25.
Jesus.
So there's definitely something playing along with the static. There's some kind of signal that you cannot decode. You don't know how to decode it, but there's something. Definitely, there's something there.
Yeah, I'll be twiddling all the fine tuning knobs. And then once I get locked in, I will pull my headphone jack out and let them hear the sound.
Okay, so
that's the sound that's killing the communications.
all of you roll knowledge, alien lore if you have it.
No. Intelligence, right?
No,
Yes.
but I rolled a 19, so it's
I will roll my alien lore
No.
and do pretty well. I have a 17.
16
21.
for 16 for me.
21 for me in total because I have knowledge, although not alien.
Any of you had any contact with the alien code?
I
No.
have, yeah.
With those
Ju-
glyphs.
Oh yeah, I
just
think so, right? I think you did.
well, the graffiti that I saw, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's visual. I mean,
mm,
something audible.
no.
Oh
I,
no.
yeah,
Oh
I
no,
did.
I had. Just a moment. Chillingham. Yeah, I heard it before. Chillingham.
Okay. Well, all of you notice that there's some kind of communication going on there, and
Is
yes,
is this the same as the Nevada signal that I picked up?
it could be something like that. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm like,
this is
son of a bitch.
alien signals, definitely.
Yeah, so I
I've
heard
heard
some.
this before.
Yeah, me too.
I,
What the hell did you tell the sheriff? He's drinking outside. What happened?
We just gave him the plain facts of the situation. And to be
and he,
perfectly honest, I don't think he wants any part of it.
So he's aware of the aliens.
Well, he's aware of all the weirdness going on, yeah, and
Hmm.
seems that the old sheriff disappeared. He was sworn in. Now Menendez is gone, and he don't want to be the next man to go missing.
so we're missing two sheriff personnel and potentially a border patrol person.
Yep.
I just don't know how this didn't end up getting referred to the Arizona Rangers, but
I'll
it's
point at the speaker and go, that's probably why. When I heard that in Nevada, I lost a lot of my privileges for reporting it.
whatever for. What is it?
It's a carrier band signal.
Yeah, with me, I also reported that humming, and the report was ignored.
I don't think they were ignored. I think they were
cared
buried.
about. If only there was an agency that cared about this stuff, not like the ones we all work for, right?
I don't know if our agencies are aware they are ignoring it or they are forced to ignore it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. When I saw the glyphs, my report was buried.
I'm going to record a sample of some of this, just for later review.
This all seems like military stuff. Maybe something that the Air Force or somebody would be interested in. I don't know. But it looks like it's just us.
Well, and what about the occultist we found?
Well, he's gone. I want to look in the sheriff in the office in the files if there's something about this void cult.
So basically, Hayes explains about what the sheriff told him and Bennett about this cult and
Oh,
all
okay,
that stuff.
okay.
Yeah, let's also see if we can find a picture of this poor deputy so we'll know him when we see him.
What were you saying, Miguel?
There are some pictures on the walls of the whole bunch.
Yeah.
See the sheriff. There's a guy that looks Mexican who was the former sheriff. There's another guy that looks Mexican that you haven't seen yet. So you
Probably
might-
Menendez.
Oh, okay. So there are two other guys that look Mexican. There's one that you haven't seen yet, and so there are two that we haven't seen yet. There's the sheriff and there's the former sheriff,
Mhm.
whom at the time the picture was taken, he was the sheriff.
Okay.
So Laura Bennett, you rolled investigation, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you are
Yes, I rolled 18, 19, 22.
okay. So You see a bunch of reports about strange lights, UFO sightings, possible UFO sightings, um, and also about the cult that is called Children of the Void. So they started hanging around the what's it called, the
Mine?
The mine.
Fine.
no, before, long before that, they the first place they were staying at was the trailer park. They were
So
Oh,
maybe let's go and check the trailer park.
yeah. Does
Uh,
it have
bef-
a Does it have a cute name?
before before we leave, I'm just going to try to find Kevlar vest to put on me. Just not if I not to try to get again hurt in the chest.
That's a good idea. I'll also take one if there's killer vest there.
there are, yes, there are a couple of vests.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Then one for everyone.
So when you go outside, you see there are two people outside now: the sheriff and another guy.
What's
Does
the
does the other
stats
guy
on
look
It's
Kevlar?
one of the
Mexican?
deputies, one of the Mexican-looking deputies.
Menendez, you're
No, no,
back.
no. My name is not Menendez. I'm Raul.
Well, howdy
What's your
Very
do,
fast.
Raul. I think your sheriff has decided he no longer wants to do the job.
Yes. Well, I'm not taking it. Not definitely not.
And what you know about this cult
There
and
are
the
weirdos,
noises?
all weirdos from out of town. At first, I think they came here because of the UFOs sightings and the lights, and they were interested in that.
Oh, so the phenomenon came first,
What's that?
and the lights and stuff occurred
Oh
first, and
yeah,
then these guys showed up.
yes. These lights have been
For how long?
reportedly sighted about a year
Mm.
for about a year. Yeah, but at first it was just occasional, and there are always people seeing UFOs around here, so no one paid attention to that. Now it's true that some people disappeared during last year, but well, people go missing all the time.
Sheriffs don't go missing all the time.
No, that's true.
But
Used to
there,
was something related to the cartel, but
but they were missing near the mine, outside in their home.
um, a couple of people went missing besides the sheriff and the deputy, near the mine.
The mine. Okay.
Other people went missing, a couple of outsiders as well, the UFO people.
Before the cult, this or after?
No, that was already after the cult.
Okay. So you want to check out the trailer park?
Yeah. Does it have a name?
No, it's abandoned.
Okay.
So it's called the abandoned trailer park.
Yes, it's called the abandoned trailer park. That's what they call it. It's been abandoned for a long time. Well, not at all, because when the weird guys they came here, they occupied it. So it was kind of not officially working, but it was being used.
All right. We'll get them to
Okay.
show
They
it.
are there anymore.
We'll get them to show it to us on the map. And
Okay,
Yeah.
so it points the map, points the trailer park on the map. It's not far. Nothing is really far.
yeah, it's a tiny town.
Yeah, it's a tiny town. So are you going there now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is so the town is very very small, but then there's a road outside, and one of the roads takes you to the trailer park, which looks very much abandoned. Looks like a one of those trailer parks in Fallout.
Okay.
a bunch of rusty, old, abandoned trailers. There's a wire fence, but so almost of it is down now and rusty also and rotting. There's there are some leftovers that are recent around there. There's some food packages and all that. So and fireplaces that were used months ago, maybe.
Any trailers?
Yes, also inside the trailer. So you notice some of so the trailers are very rusty. Most of them, the doors and windows have been removed. They aren't there anymore. But someone taped plastic over it recently. It's still stuck there, so it was recent. It seems that this some of these trailers were used recently. You can roll an investigation for that if you want.
Let me see if I...
16.
17. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
16 for me also.
17 for me.
Okay, so you definitely notice that the cult guys were here. Those remains are pretty recent, but you find something else as well. There's a makeshift altar with strange glyphs.
Laura, can you take pictures?
Yes. And when I take pictures, I apparently have a bonus for my investigation. So let me roll.
Nice.
Also, the
Um,
altar, there seems to be some dried blood near the altar. You cannot determine
Weird.
if it's
So
So
human.
UFO cult. Yeah, UFO cult doing sacrifices. That's weird.
Well, maybe that they don't know they are a UFO cult.
That's true.
They are adoring the voids.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. What is this void? I've never heard of void associated with UFOs.
I'm assuming it's a reference to space, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, but
Well,
there isn't just
uh,
void in space.
with my occult, did I hear this void or something like that mentioned
Roll
before? It's with
intelligence.
Intel. Okay, so 19.
Okay, you never heard about this cult in particular, but
Okay.
you know that there are some. You've heard about some cults that worship.
A void.
Well, let's say Lovecraftian cults, but in
Mhm.
reality, that worship ancient beings from space or other
Mhm.
galaxies, other dimensions, and it sounds a lot like one of those.
Okay, so there are a lot of weirdos out there that worship
The truth
ancient.
is up there.
So probably it's not original.
Are there any symbols in use here that we haven't seen previously? And if so, I will make a note of them in my notebook.
Um, okay. Since we took a roller cult, you see a mix here.
Okay.
So there are those symbols that you don't recognize. You've
Mm-hmm.
never seen them,
15 now.
but no, you roll occult already.
Okay.
But there are some definitely occult symbols there. So they are mixing stuff. Definitely, they are worshiping something that they probably think is a god or something like that. Uh, there are some occult symbols there as well.
Okay, so I'll show
Astrology.
so I'll show them the occult symbols and how they are relating to each other.
Does it sound like these guys are just sort of useful idiots that because they're looking for something like
Where
this?
there are many commonalities between these cults, they worship beings from outer space. gods or whatever. So perhaps different names, but the same origin.
They are idiots, basically. Dangerous idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, now all of you roll wits. The T target
Alrighty.
number is 15.
I rolled a natural 20 this time.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I
Eight,
missed it.
eight for me. Missed it. Yeah.
I
I
make it,
missed
but
it.
just barely.
Okay, so we missed Ace only.
No, me
He's only
also.
missed it.
Oh, okay.
No.
So all of a sudden, both of you, you
Mhm.
start seeing something that is really not there. You are apparently having some kind of vision of something that happened here. You see the cultists, the
Mhm.
group of cultists. They are all dressed in bathrobes, as I said, with strange symbols, and they are sacrificing what seems to be like a hobo. Um,
Hey guys, are you seeing this? The
Yeah, I'm
cultists.
guessing that Noah and Laura is taking pictures and Noah's
uh,
making notes, so that's why we don't see
I'm
it. Yeah.
seeing it. What the hell?
what these guys are? They're sacrificing a hobo.
What?
Jesus. Yeah, don't you see? They're sacrificing a hobo.
I'll look around and like, you must be
No.
you
seeing a
see nothing,
clue
but
I'm not
he
seeing.
was pointing at the makeshift altar where you saw
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
dried blood.
Are
you
you guys
must be.
hallucinating?
Well, probably, but this is too real, you know.
So both of you had 2 fear points.
Oh, gracious.
Okay.
They're
Fear.
starting to get high now.
Good,
Starting to
good.
get high.
Excellent. And
Every
anything
time I've
happens?
needed to miss, every time I've
But
needed to
no,
miss fear points, I pick them up instead.
all of you start hearing the that strange song.
Now I
Just
hear
a
it.
faint,
Okay.
a faint sound that seems to come from very far.
We need to get into some cover. I think.
I think we need to get some ear muffles
I think we
or
should.
plugs to keep the sound away.
I think we should make a very solid plan and try to get again in the mine because. But we must go
And
better
then
prepared.
you hear another noise, but this one is very more mundane. You hear 3 cars approaching, 3 vehicles approaching.
Mm.
They are in a hurry, or
They are fast, yes. They are fast.
okay. So I'll tell
Can we
I'll
hide?
tell yeah I'll tell them to just duck behind something because I don't know
There
what
are
this
places
is.
to hide here.
Yeah,
The
we might be
trailers
better off
and
getting on top of
Yeah,
the trailer. Yeah.
yeah, you can hide.
yeah.
Okay, so roll stealth.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. 16 total.
13 for me.
13 for me also.
17 for me.
Okay, so all of you hide, and after about less than 1 minute, 50 seconds or something, you see 2 cars approaching,
Mm-hmm.
and they are being driven by Mexican folks.
Of course, the
The
cartel.
cars approach the. So you brought what?
And
Which
then
car?
inexplicably they drive into the ditch.
Which car did you? Which car did you brought?
I
Or
guess we were in the truck. Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I guess we were in the truck. Yeah.
So they see the truck. They stop next to the truck, and they go outside and they start looking inside your car.
How many are them?
Okay, so there are. So one of the cars is carrying 4 people, and the other one is carrying 3 people. One of them smashes the window and starts
Oh,
looking
that is
inside.
okay.
So
Whitaker,
what will they find
you got
inside?
a rifle.
And I've got a shotgun.
Yep.
So since they don't even know we're there, I'm going to pick a knot of them, and I'm just going to start working that pump. Boom,
Okay, so
boom, boom.
this might be a bad time to start a fight. It's almost midnight, so I guess we can stop before you start killing people.
Yeah, is it a bad time to mention I just throw 4 grenades at them?
We are out of time, aren't we?
Okay, so we'll
No
start
time to kill.
next week. We'll start with a bang, or
Boom, boom, boom.
lots of bangs. I have to remember.
Sadly, I don't have 4 grenades on me.
That's
In my
a shame.
In my heart, I
Sadly,
do.
yeah.
I will repeat so I can check it. There were 7 Mexican cartel
Yeah,
gangs
7, 4, 3. Yeah.
approaching. So
Can we blow if they're approaching A's car? Can we shoot against the tank so we blow his car?
There
Oh,
you go.
wait, we
you can try to do
stuck
that.
out here if we do that.
No, we can use
Oh,
their car.
Oh,
I was
their
about to say
car. Oh,
we can blow up their cars too. So yeah.
I think you should
But I
move on.
think the key thing is that we're up on a roof and we have some cover, and they're down there and they didn't even know where we were until we opened fire. So
yeah. And how
we're not-
action movie is the physics of this? Because shooting a car to make it blow up is a
Yeah,
it
never
can
mind that.
happen.
it's
It can
something
I don't
you,
care.
it's something that's easier to do in a TV show or a movie. But
Yeah, well, if you are able to shoot the gas tank, it will blow up. This is not.
okay,
It's not supposed to be realistic. So
Gotcha.
if you shoot it,
so
You have
we're
to-
going for that level. Okay, in that case, yeah, that not a bad thing to do. There. Or
So,
or we could take a page from the Hostess ads and comic books and just drop some tacos and queso and stuff like
Are
that.
you
And they were like, oh,
Race,
hey.
you
And then-
racist.
No, I'm a culturalist.
or you can just start singing, maybe. Like
Yeah.
That's true.
Kumbaya,
You say you were a mariachi
wrong
band.
culture.
Yeah.
la, 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 la. We are a mariachi band.
Yeah, is there a call and repeat song in Mexican music? I'm trying.
I don't think that's a Mexican thing.
Yeah, that would
could
be
be
too
wrong.
bad because we could do that, and then they'd have to, and then we get into a jazz, like a Sharks versus Jets,
We could just do I,
handoff.
I, I, I. Ay,
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, that's definitely Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop. No.
Let's
Alrighty.
stop.
Let's